Hello guys, today we are going to look at how to print a multiplication table of 2 in a C++ program. So I'm using an online compiler here. You can use any compiler of your choice which is available to you. Okay, so I am using this online compiler. So this portion which is called the header of this program actually. So every C++ program has to have this header, and in this this is a very basic form of a header. And if you are using any complex libraries for particular purposes, we have to add those libraries here. So in this program we are not using any libraries. We are just using a for loop for writing this multiplication table actually. So in order to do that, we have to remove this sample program given to us. So I'm removing this sample program here. And the first thing what we have to do is to um, declare our variables. So since we are printing out a multiplication factor of a multiplication table of 2, every our variables will be of integer type. We don't have to use any float or double integers, I mean double numbers. We just use have to use integer type variables. So int, I'm going to use two variables here, I and m. Okay, so with the semicolon we are going to end that line of code. So now we are going to print them, write the main code here. So we are using a for loop here. So the syntax of for loop is like this: for, then a bracket, then the iterating variable. So we are taking I here as an iterating variable. So I, and let us give an initial value of 1 here, and semicolon, then the condition. Okay, so how many times this loop has to iterate, or at what point of time the loop has to stop. So uh, the condition is I lesser than or equal to 10. So initially we are trying to print out the multiplication table up to 10. So again a semicolon, then increment I, so I plus plus. Now in the body of this for loop, we have to, in order to write the program, or what we have to really do is write it in an inside a curly bracket. So we'll start a curly bracket here, and we will end it, and in between we are going to write the code. Now what we have to do is that we have to uh, write the code or expression, which is m is equal to I into 2. Okay, so 2 is the we are printing out the multiplication table of 2. So that we have to multiply this I with the 2. So for the first iteration I will be 1. Okay, so that is then we will end this code here. Then we have to print this output. So C, so in C++ we are using C out. Then um, then what we have to do is that I, then again this, then there has to be a space there, into space 2 space equal to space, then m, which is our product. So let's end that piece of code there. Then we have to once the product or the result of the first iteration is printed, we have to move on to the next line for the next for next product. So that again see out this one, this backslash n, so it will move on to the next line. So this is it. Now the program is compiling, and let's wait for the results. So still it is working on it. Yes. So our program is success actually. I'm very happy with that, because this is the first time I write. I mean, this is the first time in a while I'm writing this code, and it got executed well. So I'm happy for that actually. Yeah, yeah, it is correct, right? Yeah, it is correct. Thank you. So now let me explain what is happening here. So when we are writing this for loop, I is equal to 1. So we are initializing I with 1. Okay, so then I lesser than or equal to 10. So this will be stopping once this iteration or loop will be stopping once I is reached its condition. If I is 10, I mean lesser than or equal to 10. So if I only kept here lesser than, it will stop when I is 9. So in order to get to 10, I placed a equal sign there. So lesser than or equal to 10, then I plus plus. So m is our product actually. So m is equal to I into 2. So okay, so I is 1 here in the first iteration. So 1 into 2, which is obviously 2. So now in this line we are printing it in a well defined manner. We actually need a multiplication table, right? So you can see here I actually, okay, so so first time I was 1, okay, then into, I have given an into sign here, so this is that into sign, and 2, this is 2, then an equal sign, so this is the equal sign, then with a space this m product. So in first iteration the product came to be 2, so this product 2 came here. Then moving on to the next iteration. So then this for loop printed this code. So this code, I mean the first code has been printed. Then it go to the next line. This backslash n means that we have to move on to the next line. Okay. So once this set of programs has been completed, this for loop will go here. Then increment I by 1. This I plus plus essentially means that I plus 1. I mean I is equal to I plus 1. So it's a short form actually. So then it is incremented. Then it will change here actually. The I is equal to, now I is equal to 2 because it is incremented by 1. So now I is equal to 2. Then it will check the condition whether it is right or not. So 2 lesser than or equal to 10. So it is right. Then it will go on to executing this program, this piece of program here. So again m is equal to I into 2. So now I is equal to, I is 2 actually. So 2 into 2, which is 4. So then again this code is printed. Then move on to the next line. This will repeat until I becomes equal to 10. So in each step we will be increasing the value of I by 1. So in the 10th iteration, this will come to an end. This program will break the loop actually. Once this condition is satisfied, this program will be breaking the loop and the program will be ending and the result will be printed out actually. So this is a simple program to print the multiplication table of 2. We can print any table here, because if you are changing it to 3 or 4 or 100 or million, it will change. We don't have to do much work about that actually. So this is the basic program of printing out a multiplication table of any number using for loop. Okay, so hope you understood. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubt, please mention it in the comment. Thank you.